Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Space Engineers. I am still Duke Skyloper, and the rumors of my demise have been greatly exaggerated. So, we're up here on the space station still, and there's more things spawning in. I'm going to address that in just a minute. The build and repair is still putting stuff together here. We'll get this all figured out in a little bit. But I wanted to sit in the chair for a minute here and just talk about what's been going on. So last week was a bit of a crazy week. So if you're in the Discord, you know a little bit about what happened here. We had a big storm come through the night last Thursday, a week ago. We had a big storm come through. Now, if you follow the weather or you live anywhere in like the kind of like the middle large chunk of America, like vertical slice of America, you know that a lot of bad tornado producing storms have been happening over the last few weeks. And I thankfully did not have one of those storms. They were just like, yeah, there's going to be wind. It's going to be high wind warning. And I'm like, okay, wind, okay. I mean, that's bad, but wind is fine. And then I'm looking at the radar and they're like, you know, I stream at 9:30 my time, and it's like, storm will be done by 8:30. And I'm like, okay, cool, no big deal. So, it's like 8 o'clock. My kids are like, hey, we're going to go up to bed. And, oh, now there's a missile frigate coming this way. Oh, hold on. Well, this could be interesting. He's friendly. Oh wait, he's stopped. Just like all the others. Okay. I have a thing to say about that, but I will get to it after my long story. Back to the seat. So at about 8 o'clock, my kids are like, hey, we're gonna go up, because they like go up and hang out in their rooms for a little bit before bed, and then they just kind of go to sleep. It's real nice that they're old enough to do that on their own. And it was like 8 o'clock and they're going up to bed, and I heard the wind kind of picking up, and I said, hey, why don't you come downstairs just till this windstorm passes, you know, just as a precaution, you know, because you never know, high winds, they can be dangerous. At the very moment I said that, there was a very loud thud and all the power went out, and it was pitch black out and we couldn't see what happened, but we figured like a tree branch came down or something. So then went to bed. We're like, yeah, power's out. So couldn't do the stream, you know, obviously. So we're like, okay, fine. At least it should get cleared up in the morning. So we went up to the bedroom and we're like looking out the window. Like I went out the front door and like kind of looked around and I was like, well, I don't see anything, and went back in the house. Turned out it was just like the one side of the house that I didn't check. But like looking out the window, and you could see that there's like tree debris on the ground in the dark. And we're like, something fell. I don't know what fell. Maybe that one tree that's been leaning fell. I don't know. So then, like, the city came, and this is at like 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night now. The city came, and they're cutting up a tree branch that apparently fell in the middle of the road. And then my neighbor comes out. He's got a big, bright flashlight, and he's shining it around. And we can kind of see as he's shining it around that, like, there's definitely a tree laying down. And we're like, okay, yeah, that one tree fell down. All right. So my wife's like, which tree fell down? I was like, oh yeah, there are a couple of trees over there. Hold on. I got my phone out and I'm like scrolling through pictures of, hey, Rumblestrip. I'm just recounting the tale of the last week. Where we look at, like, we bring up a picture of that side of the house, and I'm like, all right, which tree fell down? And then I look outside and I'm like, oh no, all the trees fell down. So there's one tree that was completely uprooted and fell over. And then another tree that's, I don't know, probably like somewhere between 50 to 80 years old. It's like, I don't know, like 120 feet tall. Literally cracked at the base and fell over. And that one I think was partially in the street. Or maybe entirely in the street. And then two smaller trees, including a pine tree that I had been planning to have removed, also fell over. And the problem was, 3 of the 4 trees fell directly onto the power lines. So that was a bit of a problem. Like the next day, it was We had to like very carefully get the cars out of the garage because the power line was out across the driveway, but it was completely de-energized at the time. They came and like that day, we got the power back about, I don't know, 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And they temporarily like reconnected the lines, and they're like tied up in a really, like they're still hanging very low to the ground. They're like a foot off the ground. And it's like all precariously tied together with some sort of a, I don't know, I say twine, but it's like a metal string of some sort. You know, tied together with like the big cable that's still up, that runs across the poles that everything ties onto. I don't know much about power lines, so I don't know what the words are, but the power line is like hanging down, and it's got like this spider web of cabling holding it up, holding it together. And so I'm kind of in a holding pattern where like we can't get the trees out. Like there's all the tree debris is still all over the lawn, and we can't get them out until they come and raise the power lines back up to where they're supposed to be. And I think they don't want to do that because there's tree debris everywhere. So I have no idea what's going on. So I'm just kind of hanging out waiting for somebody to make a move here, because I'm not going to have it. My neighbor is going to call the tree guy. He's got a tree guy. We're going to split the bill. That's the agreement we came to. He's a nice guy. Anyway, we're going to get the logs out of there, but they're on standby waiting for this power line to get out of the way. Anyway, that's where I'm at. We didn't get internet. Like I said, I got power back last Friday, but I didn't get internet back until much later. So I couldn't do the stream last Friday. And then, as you may recall, I was really excited to start a brand new series on Sunday. And I'm going to pitch it to you now because I didn't get to pitch it last week. It's called Designated Survivors. It's 2 of the 3 guys that I was playing Halo with, and then maybe the third guy at some point might join us, but 2 of the 3 guys have gotten interested in space engineers from hanging out with me and just the osmosis of me emanating the aura of space engineers wherever I go. They got excited about it and they wanted to try it out and see if it was any good. One of them has played a couple of hours just to kind of get used to how the game works, but that's it. Like nothing major, just enough to kind of get the basics down. And the other one like purchased it and it's like sitting in his Steam account. That's the level of experience we're dealing with here. So we got a dedicated server set up. It's hosted at GTX Gaming. It was actually very easy to set up. This was after I spent, I don't know how many months trying to get a dedicated server running on an old computer in my house. I don't know. I still don't know why that didn't work. Like, it feels like it should have just worked fine since I wasn't even doing anything crazy with it, but just crashed all the time. I don't know. If I had more time, I probably would have figured it out. But didn't have a lot of time. So yeah, set it up. It was super easy to set it up. Marcus was giving me advice the whole time. And then the time comes to do the stream. I had connected to it like maybe an hour or 2 before the stream just to make sure everything was good. And we go to connect at the start of the stream. Won't connect. It says it's not there. I go open up the little control panel on the web. Control panel can't connect to the server. So we're like, well, I'm like, well, let me just open a support ticket and we'll play something else, I guess. So like the only common denominator of games between us besides Halo was Marvel Rivals. So that's what we played instead. And that was fun. But then I got the response from the ticket back and they were just like, yeah, our whole data center in that area lost network connection. So it'll come back eventually. And it did. Like, it's back now. The server's running. So hopefully the server will be running this Sunday and we will be able to start a brand new series. Now, this series is nothing special. The mods are minimal. If you go and look at it, like on YouTube, if you go and find the episode on YouTube where it's like scheduled, you know, the live show is scheduled in the description, the mod list is already there. It's very minimal. I'm not even using my entire Essentials suite because I felt like some of those take too much of the vanilla experience away, and I really want these guys to get as much of the vanilla experience as possible. But I have kept in the mods that I do consider to be absolutely 100% essential, like fixing things that I think should just be vanilla in Space Engineers. Plus my nice little HUD with the circles. So, we're going to be starting fresh. This is I haven't done anything to the world. Like, you know, in this game, I started with a building. None of that. We're spitting our clones out of a drop pod. It's going to be one of those. So the true space engineer survival experience, and we'll see where it goes. So we'll see where it goes. And then we might add more people to the server at some point. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Or we might decide, because we're kind of running this like an experiment. Like, what's it like for me to run a dedicated server for multiplayer stuff? So this is not a community server. This is a server that's only going to be used for this specific series. But it is kind of like the test bed to see how this could work. So we will see. So this will be happening on a server, but not on a server that's open to the community here. So that's what happened last week and what will be happening this week. So I'm going to recap all of this, but tomorrow Pat and I are going to try to get back into Elder Scrolls Online, and then Sunday we're going to try this Designated Survivors series, which I'm very excited about because I like teaching people about space engineers, and I think it'll be fun to play together with people. So, and if this goes well, maybe we can open it up to a select few from the community who I would trust to have on the stream with me here. So, and there's a good amount of people. My Discord server doesn't have a whole lot of people in it, and I trust most of them. So, I think we could probably do it. We're just going to do this first. So no promises on timing. It'll probably be a long time. But yeah, we'll see where this goes. So anyway, that's where we're at there. How much longer can I ramble for before we get to the stream? I've been staring at this panel right there and realizing that I don't really like that panel right there. So we're going to fix that at some point during the stream. I think the build and repair finally stopped putting this together. So you see all these things around? Let's see. Oh, man. Okay. Rumble Strip, you could totally... I mean, it's always okay to just watch the VODs. That's totally fine. I make the exact same amount of money from live versus VODs, which is $0. So, it doesn't matter. I don't care if you watch later, you watch live. I appreciate you being here so I can chat with you. But it's totally fine. I understand you need your sleep. If I was working that long... I would definitely be... I mean, if you want to pull up a VOD to fall asleep to, that's also great. I would appreciate that if you did that. Just let me know. Let me know that my soothing velvet fog voice is still working for everybody. Anyway, see these things up here? All these? There was a discussion going on, I think on Reddit. I don't remember. I think Splitsy was involved. But I was trying to figure out what was going on with all these things. And what seems to be happening is... MES, in theory, is not supposed to affect vanilla spawning. Like, at least it says on the page that it does not attempt to take control of any of the Factorum stuff. So, should be a completely separate thing. If you have MES, Factorum spawns completely separately. What seems to be happening here, and this is a theory, but several people who are playing who have had MES or have MES in their game, but even people who had it and took it out, there seems to be an issue where these ships are spawning based on the vanilla spawning system, but they are spawning broken because MES is still doing something to them somehow. Even if MES is not active, something in the world has broken. And you know how this whole world is kind of broken anyway. So these things don't use the remote control blocks. They use the automaton blocks. And something, we're going to have to wait for people to do more digging, but something is causing them to appear like they're spawning normally, but then not going anywhere. And because they're programmed to go a certain distance and then despawn, they never despawn because they never go that distance. And so I think the post started with a person whose screen was just completely filled with these things spawned in because there's nothing to prevent them from, apparently there's no limit to how many can spawn. It's just kind of assumed that after a while they will just go away. That's what I think. So, sorry, I'm reading Rumble Strips. I almost started with a what had happened was, But yeah, the whole trees falling down thing, and then all of the just, this was totally one of those things where, like, the next morning, my entire neighborhood kind of congregated around the trees just so that we could look at the trees and just be like, man, hell of a thing, huh? Like, it was just like, it was that kind of a thing, because I didn't have to go to work in the morning. And so it's like the entire neighborhood kind of cycling in and out, Some are showing up and, like, they're just taking pictures and being like, man, I remember in 1974 we had a tree, that whole thing. So anyway, Mr. MD, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Okay, let's actually do some stuff. Partially because I'm going to run out of oxygen, and also partially because I'm going to run out of water. Do I have water up here? Let's find out. Water. I have pee. Oh, here's some water. It is up in the thing here. So what I might do, actually, just to fix this up a little bit, we are going to delete. You didn't see this part, but we're going to delete some of these things that have spawned in. What is this? Is this mine? This is oh god. I think that's mine. Okay, this is going to take me a second to figure out here. Yes, this is mine, I believe. Yeah. We could probably remove this debris while we're here. We're just going to clean up these things that are spawning in, make room for more to spawn in. Solar consignment drone. Let's leave that, because that is there's a station looking good. We'll leave these outposts. They're doing okay. Tug drone container. That's interesting. Tug drone container. There's one in space. What are these? Oh. That's interesting. Okay. So one thing that I have confirmed. Military munitions drones. Get rid of you. Missile frigate. Get rid of you. Icarus, Dromedary, Buzzard, Platypus, Luna Base, Moon Knight, Outpost 52, a bunch of things at the outpost, and then, yes, okay. That's everything. Let's hang out. I don't know, we'll put you there. Oop, okay. Alright, I need some water. So that takes care of that. So I did confirm. Oh. Right. I can't actually get that out of there. I need... that's the only water? Oh, there was some back at the thing there. Okay. Good. That's good. Get rid of you and you. How about some tofu real quick? Let's see. Honestly, I am tempted to just go ahead and chainsaw these some of these trees. So I already went through and with a hatchet and a small like sledgehammer and broke off a couple of chunks of really good firewood, and we did have a good bonfire that night. So I think some of these things are gonna hang around, some of this tree debris. Hey Marcus, welcome to the stream. All right, so anyway, couple of things. This is a window, isn't it? Yes, okay. Couple of things we're gonna do today. So I'm glad Marcus is here, because Marcus, like 2 weeks ago, before all the fireworks, made a ship. Oh, that's already spawned in another thing, or maybe I forgot to delete that. Whatever, it's fine. Marcus made me a ship that could maybe potentially get from Earth to space, and it has a detachable cargo area. So, cool. I'll check that. I'll check the Discord later. Yeah, but it's got a cool detachable cargo. So the idea was that maybe we could, to save on fuel, we get it up to space as a full ship, and then the cargo back side, the butt kind of detaches. We completely disassemble the back and use the parts on the space station. The front of the ship just goes down empty, like half a ship. Then we just build a new back section on the planet and send it back up. So we're going to give that a shot. I'm going to do two things. Oh, we're also going to try and do some interior decorating in here. So two things I want to do today is get that ship up and running, and also build an airlock here. Because this is the last bit of, as far as I know, the last bit of not air tightness. Right, the only way in and out. So I would like to make this nice and airtight and do a little decorating up here. But first I'm going to go down to the planet through the rings. Yoink. Let that load in. Oh good, it's daytime. And then we're going to start making the... We're gonna let this thing start... Oh, there's lightning. Start making the Marcus's ship. Should we just get rid of this thing? Should we just get rid of this? I feel like even if we were going to use it, we would use a we would redesign. So yeah, let's get rid of this. Let's just go like this. Boop, boop. And then, yep, not the right button. What's the, is it this? There we go. Nope, that was not it. What's the paint the entire grid button? Is that it? Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, that was it. I think. I gotta be careful I don't accidentally paint the entire base. It's gonna take it a minute. While it's doing that, control, yeah, I figured that. I figured it out in time. It's just gonna be some extra bits on the ground here. Okay. I don't know why I was doing Alt. I was doing Alt-Shift. And that was not working. What happened to my YouTube control panel here? It died. Oh well. Let's see. So, let's... Don't I have a projector down here? I do. Okay, good. And it should have a thing on it here. Now, we've got some time because... It shouldn't... Come on. It shouldn't try to build it until it's ground down all of these things. So, that is backwards. So it looks pretty nice. Now, where's the... Okay, good. So that's got a thing there. So let's flip this around. Wing. Is that the right way? We're upside down now. I went the wrong way. Let's bring the yaw. Why is that? Why is that? Okay, yaw and pitch are not correct. Okay, so that's good there. Then we need to push it forward a bit, like that, and bring it up a bit. There we go. So that should be good. Now we're not going to break anything. Marcus, does this have modded blocks in it at all? I spawned it into a... Oh, how am I going to attach that? I spawned it into like a vanilla world, and it was like, some blocks are not available in this world, and I was a bit confused by that. If it's got modded blocks that are already in my game, then I'm okay with that. But... anything else sitting around on the ground here? Oh yeah, there's a gyroscope. I don't know what blocks it would have been missing. But either way, we'll see. So it's pretty cool. It's got lights in the front. It's got landing gear on the bottom. It's got a connector and a merge block there so that we can bust off this back section. And then the idea was, the idea is that it should be able to support its own weight no matter what orientation it's facing. That's why there's thrusters in every direction. So theoretically, on the way back down, it shouldn't like drift or flip, or I guess it could flip, but even if it flips, it shouldn't suddenly not be able to hold itself up. So we'll see. I think I have to put... Marcus, I think you said it doesn't have any of the automation blocks on it yet, right? So we're going to have to add those in and program them. So that shouldn't be too big of a deal. There's plenty of spaces we could probably dig into here and see. There's my chair. So I'm going to let it build this, and I'm going to go back up and keep on working on the airlock, and then we'll come down and see how it's doing. There we go. There we go. Yeah, which is totally cool. We will figure out the automation situation. Even though we're starting the new series, I was completely lost there for a minute. I'm thinking of, because I always come in facing the one direction. I think I'm going to turn this into a little wall with a window there or something, just so that you could kind of see out into the area here. Even though I'm starting a new Space Engineer series, I am going to keep doing this one for a little bit longer. It's not going to be a complete, like, we're switching immediately over to the other series. As I've said before, this series is not long for the world, because the world, as it were, is not in great shape. So we will be ending this series soon, but I'm not ready to let it go just yet until I complete some things. And then which way were these set up? That way. That way, yeah. Okay, there we go. I didn't like how that looked. All right. But yeah, we will not be completing the original goal of... oh, good. There's nothing going on here. We will not be completing the original goal of going to every planet and all that. Designated Survivors doesn't have scarce resources or anything, so it's not going to try to force us into any sort of specific play style. It's just going to be pure vanilla-esque Space Engineers. Which I guess this is the middle of the... it feels like this should be the middle of the room, but it's... But really, this is the middle of the window? How did I mess this up? Okay. Should it be here to match with the middle of this? Or should it be here to kind of match with the middle of the entire width of the room? I'm kind of thinking this. I'm kind of thinking here. I guess I could move the big window over and have 2 rows of small windows and then have the big windows start one over, and then it would kind of match up with this, but I'm thinking here. Yeah, I'm thinking there. Okay. Put that there. Then we're going to see if this thing turns into a non-static grid like it did last time I put a chair down. Okay, good. I think it was that Force Dynamic Grids mod that was doing it. So I have removed that from my mod list. See, so look at the ground here, right? Because even though the windows, there are 6 windows here, there's also this block. So you've got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So like it's technically in the middle of the room here, here. It's just not in the middle of what looks like the windows. I think overall aesthetically, this feels like the center as long as you don't look up. So I'm going with that. I'm going with that. I tried to do it in odds, and then I put a curve right here, right, which makes it look uneven. So yeah, that sucks. Then the other thing I wanted to do, what are those? Let's see. So we've got bridge, floor, bridge. Oh, I could have used some of these new ones, couldn't I? Maybe I could have done. Could I have used these across the top? Well, no, because I didn't want to use. I wanted it to be all glass. Okay, no, I'm still good. I'm still good with what we got. What are the? Are they called consoles? Yeah, these things. Here we go. I want to load the room up with these things now that I got the space here. So we got ones with chairs. We got LCDs. I really just need like decorative ones that don't do anything. I can't really get a corner one in there, can I? I need a corner one with a window already attached to it, so. Oh, hey, Amarok, how you doing? We're messing around with a space station. Trying to figure out how to fit stuff in here. I think we're gonna go like 1, 2, 1, 1, and then we'll just, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll go like 1, 1, and then we'll just throw in. I don't need buttons because this thing doesn't do anything. We could always replace one with buttons if we need to. If I had a crew, they would sit there. Ooh, is that? Let's see this corner. This corner's gonna bug me. It's fine. It's fine. Roof-mounted status display panel. I don't have a... That's not a bad idea, actually. But I don't have any status to display yet. So, first, let's make some status. Then we will display the status. Second thing I wanted to do here was change this.
Inventory full.
Yeah, okay. To indicate what's open and closed, connectors are occupied. Yeah, we'll get to all that. I mean, actually, we probably won't because this was supposed to be a shipyard, but we will get to that once we have all of those things. So many of the things here are like temporary. Like that dock up there is supposed to be temporary. The dock on the bottom is temporary. But yeah, no, that's all a good idea because we can now change the colors. And I don't have to put up a ton of lights. So I will probably do some light status here to indicate what the status of the airlock is when we build the airlock. So what is a gravity ring? Like you want the ship to spin? You want the ship to spin? That's the how many Stargate fans do we have? You guys remember that 100th episode? Where they were doing like all the parodies and stuff, and they're like, I think it was where they did like the Team America puppet style, and they make the gate dial, but it doesn't spin, and he's just the General Hammond's like, why doesn't it spin? And they're like, I don't know. And he's like, well, make it spin. It has to spin. Spinning is way cooler than not spinning, so they make it spin. I'm a big Stargate fan too. I think I've watched the entire series like 6 times. So. I am not a Goa'uld or a Goa'uld. If anything, I'm more of like an Asgard or something. That's what I would totally be. Man, when I first got into Space Engineers, it's very clear from the mods that the community is into Stargate. Like when I got into Space Engineers, the workshop was filled with people making Stargate ships. You know, the all the Stargate mods with the gates, and of course I've got the rings in here. Like I was a part of, honestly, part of the reason that I got into space engineers, a small part of it, was that I could do a bunch of Stargate type things. You know, it's way cooler to step through a gate and be on Mars than to have to fly there. So, Tok'ra. That would be me, Tok'ra. Which means, if I recall, in gold language means against Ra. Right? Someone check me on that. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, I wanted a, what's the name? It's like a porthole or something, right? Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Viewport. Viewport. I want a viewport right here. Like something big and bulky. And then right above it, I want... What are my else? So I got wide, 5x5, 5x3, 3x3, LCD. How big is a wide LCD? Or is that just the... Wait a second. Oh. Oh, that's not centered. I need like a 3x1. This is just going to look weird. Let's just do a text panel instead. We'll just do that. Come on. There you go. Then what we're going to do with this is we're going to put some art on it. What art are we going to put on it? Let's do... Cosmic Team. Let's do that. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so we got that going on. That's very important. We do need to get some lights up in here for when the sun eventually goes away, but... Are there any... Does anybody know any good, like, art? Kind of... You need something in here, too. I need, like, a welcome sign. Not right front, right there. Does anybody know any good, like, mod packs on Steam that just add a bunch of art? That's actually a good idea. Put some in line. My original plan was to replace a bunch of the floor with either the new floor blocks or something with emissive strips. I never did that. I was going to do that. So many things to do. So many things to do. All right. All right. Does that feel welcoming enough? Would you feel welcomed? I don't have an Enra's new stuff. I do have the DLC pipe pack, which I have not really looked into yet. So let's maybe use that for some stuff. Let's see, where could we make pipes? To make them, we could hook them up to this screen right here. What do we got? So we've got pipe junction, right? Okay. Pipes on all sides. Pipe around the corner. Pipe around the corner that way. Mm-hmm. Pipe end. Okay, so we could go like... I could do something that looks like... Just for fun here, just to give it a little something. Could use small grid coming off the wall. Let's see here. Hold on. I have to come up with a good color for these pipes too. And we'll just go pipes straight with a thing there. Straight, straight, straight. Corner. There we go. So now we got some pipes making it look like we're doing stuff. Actually, wait, let's take you. I don't have the... I've got too much stuff on me here. What don't I need? Don't need you. Okay. I bet you got a bunch of big tubes in you, don't you? Bloop. Alright, I want my pipes to go down. Not like that, though. I want them to go... Oh, you know what? That's a good point, actually. Let's do this. Like
Energy
that.
low.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If I put those colors right next to each other, this wouldn't be such a big deal. Then I could do that, and then... Where's that corner one? There we go. Now it'll look like they're coming up from the floor there and coming around and going up to the ceiling, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I guess I could have done then the two wide, because it wouldn't have been... it's fine, whatever. You know, I did see, now that you mentioned that, I did see, so it's like, is it still for large grid? I did see a mod come out that made these functional. Is it like large grid, but you can only move small things through them? Or is it like, these work on small grid as conveyors? Yeah, we do need more color on here, don't we? We do need more color. How about... Let's do... For some of these things, let's stick with the same retro future, but let's make these a little bit... Let's do this color. Yeah. Yeah, good. All right. Let me see about... That's pretty cool. Let me see about... oh, now I can do the... No? No, I can't? What's the... No. What's the button for changing colors? For... Hang on. Paint gun. No, I don't care about paint gun. There's a button to cycle through colors. Why am I blank? Isn't it? Bracket and bracket? Yeah, whatever. This is why it's going to be a complete disaster when I'm teaching people how to play this game. Oh, I kind of like that blue color. I was going to grab like a black, but let's use this. Oops.
Energy critical.
Oh, fine. Jeez. Yeah, the brackets aren't working. Brackets is what I am... Oh, of course. I say that now. Apparently you have to have a block out. I'm just an idiot. Okay. Sticking with these top three does make this easier. Alright, so we'll make things... Would it be weird to make these this color? No, I don't think so. I think this looks good. Yeah, I actually think that looks pretty good. Get a little light, dark, little red, white, and blue in here. A little bit of red, white, and blue. Okay. Let's make this that color. Do I want these things to be that color? I don't think so. I do want to... Oh god, what happened there? That was weird. I want to take out... let's see, what did I want to do here? Okay. I think I want to leave that. Let me think about this. How did I want to do this? Could use the small grid trusses for hanging things off the roof. Yeah, like little chandeliers. We could do little chandeliers. Let's see. I think I want to get this as well. So what I want to do is get some... do I have the... What's in the truss block? It's all these things, right? Yeah, yeah. Okay, we'll deal with that. I'm looking for this thing. Let's see, do I want to go that way? No, I want to go this way with it. Okay. Then get rid of these. My favorite part of playing this game is when I can clearly see that a ton of chat is happening and I'm just ignoring it because I'm in the zone. I'm in the zone, and also because I know they're throwing out ideas that are way better than ideas that I have, and I don't want to look at it. Let's see. We could do these, or we could do... I prefer those in like the floor or ceiling. What's on the back of that? That looks okay. So let's do like... Let's do on the ends. No, let's just do these. Fairly sure. Okay, fine. I'm reading chat. What's going on? Is something shooting? I hope not. Because that's a terrible thing to read chat later and find out. But no, I'm pretty sure that's just the build and repair. It's in the zone. Lies. Yeah, automatic build. Ideas. Thing. Okay. All right. So we got that. Actually, with that, this might look better as a... Is there a decorative half block? Have they added a decorative half block that wasn't like a viewport? Oh, you know what? No. No. Yeah, because I could just put a half block there and then it would line up. Actually, would it line up? Yeah, it would line up with this. Okay, giving us inset wall. No. Where would I? Because I got that window. I did think about having pipes go up into the ceiling there. Console is. I don't want to put a console up there, though. Looks like a half block. Oh, you know what? Might. The new floor blocks. Is there a... No, those are just blocks. Those are blocks. Never mind. I wish I could search by size. Cover wall? What is this? Ducted cover? Okay, that's that mod. Cover wall. The viewport is... I mean, I could put a viewport there and just, not... Nah. No, I don't think so. Maybe I'll just do maybe I'll just put a normal half armor here. No. I could do, I think it would look weird, but I could do like the corner pipes going up like this. I don't like that though. Even though it looks like pipes going in and then different pipes coming out. I don't like that. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna, let's see, a viewport. Oh, why don't we put something on the other side of the viewport though? Half vent. Oh, I like that idea a lot. We have the tiny, yeah. Okay. Half vent, because then, which side is the top? I guess it doesn't matter. I want to be able to see a thing. Yeah, because then we could go outside and pipe that vent up from the outside. We'll run some pipes out here. And eventually hook that vent in to the oxygen system. I like this. That was a good suggestion. I could use that there too. Then, in terms of these things have questionable airtightness, don't they? So they are airtight. Okay, so if I did this side facing in, well, I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Because even, well, except for right there, that's the only place that really matters. But if I did curved conveyor tube, where's your, yeah, okay, so if I did curved conveyor tube, oh, that's gonna look dumb. Maybe. I think I'm going to use the lab oxygen tanks for the airlock so that they can be on a separate little oxygen system. We'll get some air in them somehow, and then actually I might do an oxygen tank and put a vent on it and fill the room and then vent into that tank a little bit, and then yeah, I think I might do that. Anyway, this looks like it is going to be a problem for me, doesn't it? If I do this, and it doesn't feel like that should be a problem. You know what though, it just occurred to me that I have the modded armored conveyors right there that I should probably just hook into, because these are already hooked up into the system. So forget all of this. Let's get rid of that one. Get rid of all that. And then all that one. And then what? Let's see. So we need a, yeah, I think that's going to end up just being a junction, because I don't think they make a armored thing of that shape, do they? So junction it is. And then we'll just go corner, corner, corner. Keep saying corner. Okay. There we go. This whole side is unfinished, so just imagine this side looks good. I don't have Spacebar's armored conveyors. I think these are in Enros, aren't they? I don't remember. Alright, let's make a airlock here. First off, how big is that new... Sorry, let's see. New oxygen tank. Small lab oxygen tank. Okay, so same size as the old one. So if we put it like right here, we could run conveyor through the floor and yeah, we could run conveyor through the floor, have a vent in here. So we'll have door, vent area, door. And then this, we're going to fix this. This is just how you get out of here. And I'm thinking we might just completely close this off. I'm thinking we're going to completely close that off. Because what we'll do is if I need to get outside, even after this has been enclosed, if I need to... Boy, that's an awfully close fit there, isn't it? I'll have to fix that. Even when this is closed off, we'll just go out the airlock and then come back in to get to it. So, yeah, this part is just still scaffolded out, but we'll just go out the airlock and then go over to this area. I don't plan on this area being airtight or anything. Why don't I just put them? Because then I won't be able to see how... I won't be able to see them. They could just go under the floor. I could, but then I would just use a normal oxygen tank that I could put in line. See, if I'm going to use the new ones, I want to see them.
Flow.
I want to see them. Because there is actually, I mean, there's another oxygen tank already on the other side. Here, there's 2 oxygen tanks here. And they have been filling from the solar farms for quite some time. So they're getting slowly filling, but filling nonetheless. So we could also put them... We could put them here and then continue to have just like a little railing or something so that you kind of like walk in, you go past the oxygen tanks, and then you're... And I kind of like that idea, actually. Then it doesn't take up room in the thing there. So yeah, let's do that. So we're gonna put a... this is not a group. Where am I gonna put the... Where am I gonna put... Oh, let's look at the doors that we've got here. Hang on. We don't want the lab doors. We could use the sliding hatch doors. Let's see. What do I have on the... I don't think that would work for the front because there's no... Yeah, hatch doors won't work. It's got to be a single... So I would really love it if these corridors had like... Actually, if any of the corridor blocks had, like, like there's light ones, but like what if there was one that had a vent in it and one that had a, conveyor access, That'd be cool. I assume I think there was for some of these corridors, maybe it was these or maybe it was the old passageways, I don't remember, but like one of them, there was a mod pack where they put out like one with a vent and one with cargo access and all that stuff, didn't they? I'm sure someone has to have done that. So, anyway, I didn't spell door correctly, but it worked out okay because I wanted to look at the corridors. Let's see, that's too big. That's going to be silly. That doesn't feel like a airlock. Sliding doors are just really good airlocks. Corridor. Yeah, I think I just got to go with the standard sliding door because... door and offset door. I mean, I could do them. It just feels... Those feel weird for an airlock. I don't know why. Yeah, it's a good idea, actually. I could throw a T-junction in there. Actually, do I want to do that? Because I need light in there, and that will block... no, not necessarily. I could do light on the opposite side. Okay, never mind. We'll do a cross junction. It'll be fine. So then I think I'm going to do sliding door. Just boring old sliding door. Corridor-wise, TX, and then we have the side windows, windowed roof, light and corner. Yeah, okay, so we want the X intersection. All right. So the vent is going to go that side, and the light is going to go on that side. Okay. Okay. Which is the floor? I guess that's the floor, huh? Not this. This would be the floor. Gonna do that, and then now in the past, I have had issues with doors, or not doors, issues with air tightness lately. Well, there's my little computer console center, in case anybody was wondering. That's where we'll probably put all of our automation blocks. Okay, so vent here. We will go. I gotta go. Get rid of that one.
Inventory full.
No, pick it up. Pick it up before it falls to earth. Oh, they got it. Okay. Gravity is listed as 0 here, but we're actually in very, very light gravity. We did not realize. But the laser antenna is actually working for the first time in my entire life. All right, let's throw in the. Excuse me. I'm gonna put the vent in the floor too. The vent in the ceiling. No. That would be even more pipe to run. Let's not do that. Inset button panel. That's a good point. How am I going to trigger the airlock? Could I just do on door close and then cycle and then open door? Or do I need a button to cycle? That's a good question. I would like it if I could just like get in, close the door, cycle, open the other door. I would use Whip's airlock door script. I almost always use it. I would like to try it with automation blocks, though. Because of the fun, again. But yeah, in the past, I've almost always used Whip's stuff. So I was going to put a light here. Now I'm wondering if I should just get rid of this block entirely. I think I am. Let's just get rid of this middle block. It's not serving a purpose. Go away. Yeah, there we go. So now I could put a light up in the roof here. We'll do it. Oops. This one. Bonk. Would like a inset light to be up here like this. And then I need my... Sorry about that. Need my vent Did I thought I put the... Oh, I did. I put the group over here. Air vent full. Do I want that there, or do I want it there? I guess I'll put it there. I don't have time to watch Engineered Coffee's amazing tutorial. But I can kind of guess what's in it. Hey, Jer. It seems I am not the one who is late this time. LCD couch. It'd be nice to have a couch in the airlock, you know, to wait while it's cycling. All right, button panel. I really just need one button. But do I need a button panel at all, though? Or should I just go by detecting when the doors are closed? Hmm. 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 I don't know. I think I kind of want to try it. What does this thing look like here? How many buttons do we get? That looks like screens. That looks like buttons. This is just screens. Whoops. Buttons. Yeah. 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 Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, we're going to try that the other way. So, I'm going to put my light here, so it's just blinding and in your face. I'm actually going to leave this light here and make it just dimmer so that we have like there will be some light in here. It won't be completely dark. And it'll just be like, you know, shining through where it shouldn't be shining through. Did I take the corridor out of here? What about a passage? Would the passage corner look better? Passage cross? Does that look better than the other one? I kind of think that does. Let's do that. We don't get the floor on this one, which is okay. All right. I don't actually need you guys to answer every question that I say. Oh, really? That was stupid. We just vented. I didn't realize that had filled this place. Every vent should be off. Okay, how much oxygen did I just lose? How many weeks of oxygen did I just lose? Oh, only like 1%. That's not bad. Okay, this is gonna go way better than I thought. Okay. So, yeah, it was actually that vent. That was the problem, not this one. Oh yeah, hey. Good call, Rumblestrip. That means we successfully made the place airtight. So, do I have a favorite reactor mod for power? You know, I like the deuterium reactor because it's got the really cool model. There are no mods like that in this series, though. Alright, we're going to put this. Oh, is this the same on both sides? Which side has the... this looks symmetrical, right? Looks symmetrical to me. Okay. Put that there. We'll have to put something on the back of this. We'll hang a poster on it or something. Okay, so.
Energy low.
Okay, let's go fix that real quick. Alright, so I think we're going to need 2. Let's see, we're going to need event controllers. Let's just throw this here. Event controllers, we're going to need timers. And we are going to need Do I need anything other than that? I actually don't think so. I think that's all I need. Because the vent itself will trigger the door opening, right? And then... Oh, maybe I should have put this upside down so I could see that a little bit better, but that's okay. The venting will trigger the doors opening. Do I even need the timer? Do I need the timer? That's a good question. How did your food truck stream go today, Ajir? It was happening right when I was leaving work, and I couldn't watch it because I don't get reception while I'm going home. But yeah, I think I just need event controllers for each door. Yeah. Do I need, let's see, if I wanted to shut the doors off, like if I wanted to make it so that you can't accidentally open the door, like, you know, without closing the other door, then I would need a timer, I think, because we'd have to detect... Oh, wait a minute. Let me think about that. I'm gonna rewatch the VOD of your stream when I get a chance at here, because I was really interested to see how that went. So, okay, so we need to detect... Okay. This one is gonna be... Oh, hang on. Where is the... There we go, event controller. So... Airlock... Outer door. Cool. Now I could just do this. Okay, so the full vent is the airlock vent. So now I should just be able to search for airlock and I get all these things. Alright, so the vent. We are going to say... oh, good, I get multiple... When did didn't it used to be just one action? When did they add the multiples? That's pretty cool. Oh, I need the light too. There's that inset light. That's probably the one, right? Let's do that real quick and see. Airlock status light, and I think this one is going to just be the regular light. That is not the status light. Let me double check that that is the case. What did... Oh. Yes, okay, good. Excuse me, pardon me. Oh, congrats, Marcus. I had no idea. You know what? I'm going to do this from in here, sitting in the chair so I don't run out of energy. Oh, I discovered the Mystic Cartel. Are they awfully close to me or no? Pirate Salvage. Okay. Alright. So, airlock. Here's what we're going to do. The airlock... Oh, you know what? I need to name the doors, because I don't know which door is which. This door is going to be airlock inner door. You know, we may not even get a chance to try Marcus's ship today. because I'm having such a good time doing this. Airlock, outer door. Okay, good. Okay, so airlock. All right, so the event controller is going to be looking at a... Where's door? Door finished, open, closed. Oh, is there a door start, open, closed? There's just a door finished, open, closed. That's fine, because I think that's what I want no matter what. So, door finished, open, closed for the inner door. Okay. Inner door. So, when the inner door... I should probably set them in the starting state. The, since I don't have any air in here at the moment, this is going to be a difficult thing to do. There's no air in the tank right now. The starting state is going to be that. Good enough. Actually, the starting state should probably be the opposite, but I don't care. It'll be fine. I can always change it. I'm not... The only way to get air into this tank is going to be to pressurize the room and then... Oh, unless I temporarily hook up to this cargo container. I could do that. I was going to say, just pressurize the room and then use the vent. There we go. Let me temporarily hook up to this cargo container and then we'll just... I could get a little bit of air into here and then we'll be fine. But when the thing opens, it's going to vent into... Oh, man, it's going to vent... If I screw this up, it's going to vent the whole room. You know what? Let's do the programming first. I can always turn the event controllers off and re-configure stuff. Okay. I got to think through this first. So, the inner door. When the inner door... Where's the button? Here we go. When the inner door is closed. When the inner door is closed, we are going to say... inner door... Let's see. Slot 1 is when it is open. This is when it is closed. We're going to turn it off. As soon as it closes, we're going to turn it off. And then we are going to tell the vent to depressurize. When the inner door is closed, the vent will depressurize. And I'm going to tell the light to... Okay, now how do you actually set the color? Decrease radius, increase radius, decrease blink, set color. Oh, nice. Okay. Let's set it to something like that. Okay? Oh. Well, that's cool. It just picked a color for me, huh? Okay, crimson it is. Alright, so as soon as the door finishes closing, that door turns off, the vent starts depressurizing, light turns red. Okay? Okay, I think that's all it needs to do. And when the door opens... when the door... I'm going to put this right next to here. I think when the door opens... do I want the vent to run this? I want the light to turn green when the door opens. Yeah, let me do that. I'm going to do it right here. Just so that they're in the same spot. We will set it to some sort of... I don't know, we'll do the same kind of color with the green. What color is that? Lime green. I love it. Okay, so it will turn lime green once the door has opened again. I think that's okay. I think that's okay. Yeah, this would be, I'd be done by now if I was just using Whip's script. But this will be so much cooler, right? His script doesn't... Now, his script can do the vents too, can't it? I don't remember. Door finished with the outer door. Sometimes I'm really lazy and use scripts, and sometimes I get in the mood to do things the engineering way. And when I am in that mood, you can't talk me out of it. I have to do it with the automation blocks before I get too frustrated with it and decide to just use scripts. Now, the real problem is sometimes I go the opposite direction and go, man, I need to write an entire script from scratch to handle this problem. And then I'm off the rails at that point. Yeah, like that's me firing up Visual Studio, and now we're like, you know, it's going to be bad. That's even more boring than the usual streams. I wrote one to check the weather. You might recall on Helgen it didn't work because the weather is weird. And I wrote one to manage. I had a well, what do you call it? Space elevator. I had a space elevator that went up and down. It had wheels to hold it in place, but it had thrusters to help it go up and down because the wheels were finicky. So thrusters going up and down, and the script would manage the thrust of the thrusters and, like, you know, hit braking thrust when it got to a certain altitude. Anyway, very cool script. Now I forgot what I was doing. Okay. When the outer door closes, we are going to say the vent is the airlock vent is going to... Oh, no, wait. First thing we're going to do is, just to do these in the same order so I don't get it wrong. This door is off. The vent is going to pressurize. The door is a door. It is not ajar. We're not going to change the light. The light means... So this is my... The light basically just means, is it safe to open your helmet, essentially? Like, is there air in here? And so it's going to turn red the moment it begins depressurizing, and it's not going to turn green until it is fully pressurized again. So that is the meaning behind the light, just for clarity there. So I think all I need to do is say, vent, close the door, turn it off, tell the vent to start pressurizing. Okay? Now the vent. Airlock vent. So the vent, when pressurized, upon loss of pressure. Does upon loss of pressure mean fully loss? Like when it hits 0? I'm hoping it is that, but let's see. So, when we are depressurizing, upon full loss of pressure, we are going to take the airlock outer door and turn it on and then open it. I hope it can do both of these things. Turn it on and then open it. Okay? I think that's all I need to do. And then similarly, once we are fully pressurized, we take the inner door and turn it on. And then open it. Toggle on, open. Other door, toggle on, open. Okay, I think. Oh, that's true. I could do that, couldn't I? Oh, I like that. Okay. So, on... let's see. How would I do that? So, the moment we... So, that's when it is pressurized. Okay, so when it is pressurized, we open the door, and then the airlock controller. So we would have to mark that as when the doors... Okay, I'd have to go back to the event controllers for that. So this is when the inner... This is the... Airlock status light. This is the inner door? Okay. When the inner... Double checking. Inner door. When the inner door... I don't know. There's no way to... Oh, no. Yeah, I could do it. Never mind. When it's fully closed, then we would go, instead of this color, we would do... Which color is yellow? It's like... There we go. Which looks more... I guess we'll just do full yellow. No, let's not do full yellow. Let's do like a orange-ish. Okay, there we go. Orange. Okay, so when it is closed, then we will switch to orange. And when it is opened, everything will turn green. Okay. And then... the outer door, when it is closed... I don't have anything with the light there. So the light will turn... As soon as it is closed, the light will turn... orange. Okay. As soon as it's closed, light turns orange. And we could say as soon as it is opened, that the light turns... That's not the right color. This one was 75. Light turns out crimson. So as soon as it's opened, the outer door is opened, it turns red. As soon as it's closed, it turns yellow, and the vent starts depressurizing. And then as soon as... It's weird that I'm using the doors for this, but instead of the vent itself, but I think it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. I don't think it matters. Because the one event will trigger the other, so it should be okay. And if for some reason the door doesn't open... And maybe it should be on the... I guess to be on the safe side, it should be the vent, because it's like... Even if the door doesn't open for some reason, there's still no air in there. But that just means now you're stuck in a airless place. So something's definitely wrong either way. I think this will be fine. So, I'm going to try... I'm going to get some oxygen real quick for myself. And do I not have hydrogen up here? Did I run out of... I've noticed that my hydrogen is no longer filling out of here. That could be a problem. Didn't we have... inventories. Your hydrogen storage is done. Your hydrogen storage has lots of hydrogen in it. Are we stockpiling? We were. Okay. There we go. I think we were stockpiling for... because the ship was coming up and down, and I didn't want everything to... Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I want to get rid of all of you. And most of you, and most of you. Okay. Okay, so now... kind of curious what's going to happen here if I do this. When the door closes, that should go... Yeah, let's just turn it on for a second. Okay, we're airtight, but it's got no air to put out. When this closes, it should go, oh, I'm depressurized, and that should open, and our lights should change. Ready? Well, it went to depressurize. Depressurizing, oxygen at 0. My door did not open. See, this is what I was kind of... That's what I was worried about. That's awfully bright. Maybe I should turn this. Can I get... Let's turn down the first off, let's turn down the radius a little bit here. It doesn't need to be that big. So we're going to see it outside the thing there. So let's... 3 meters is fine. Let's take the intensity down to like 2. Yeah, that'll be okay. Alright. So, once again, the airlocks, the vents have foiled me. Because this was the same problem I ran into on Helgen, which was that the vents did not reliably trigger stuff. But this door is off now, which is good, so that worked. So now we have set ourselves back to... Okay, so you're... Oh, yeah, because now it's in a weird state. So I come in. We're set to... We are depressurizing now. Oh, did I just do that backwards? Is that what the problem was? If I close that, we're pressurizing. You will never get to 100%. Yeah, okay. So, I think... come on. Do anything. Do stuff. There's nothing happening. There we go. Yay, we're green. We did it. And this thing now thinks... Still pressurizing. Yeah, okay, fine. Okay, so I think we're going to have to do the... I think we're just going to have to go for it. See what happens. So let's pressurize here. The outer door is... Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, we could also put a second light on the outside here to know what that airlock is up to, but... Oh, is there anything I want to do with these blocks here before I seal this up? Oh, it doesn't matter, because those are not even part of the airlock. Actually, I don't know that I could rely on... Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Alright, let's pressurize. Nope. That one. Ah. Zip. There we go. Breathe that in. You can finally hear stuff. Alright. So what I'm going to do in here... Oh, that's great. It's completely full. Not what I wanted to do. Hide that, sorry. Depressurize off. Yeah, I guess that's fine. We'll lose some oxygen the first couple times, and then eventually this will be fine. Wait, is this... Oh, wait, no. Oh, no, it's just saying it's pressurizing. It's because the room is pressurized. Okay, no, that's fine. All right, so I want to give this thing like a burst of depressurize. And yeah, that should be okay. Ready? Yep, let's see. How much oxygen do we get in here? Any? Why are we slowly losing... Oh, is it because I'm breathing it? Yeah, okay, here's what I'm going to do. That would make sense. Air block. Toggle air block off for a minute. I don't have a good way to see this. I want to see that status indicator at the same time that I'm looking at that I can turn that vent on and off. Let's see, is there a good place where I could... There we go. Let's see. Airlock vent. Depressurize. I'm just going to turn you off for a second here. Did we get stuff into here? 2.24%? I guess I should just let it do its thing, huh? Come on. Build thing doesn't really want to grab it. No. Depressurize on. I guess what I'm going to do is turn this back on. We're just going to have a weird... No, depressurize off. And you are... Come on. Now you're at 2 point... Oh, the door opened? I should turn the event controllers off. Alright, you know what I'm going to do? This is all fine and dandy for now, but I think I'm going to hook... I'm going to go ahead and hook this up to the... hook this up to the conveyor system just for a few... Oh, and you just vented all the stuff out of there. Okay, well, fine, whatever. You're still... Yep, there we go. Hey, look at that, and then the door opened. That's kind of good. Now we're doing the thing. Actually, you know what I should do is... Oh, if I do this from the outside, how am I going to get out there? This will be okay once we actually get the... Once we actually get everything working. But then how am I going to... Man, I've created a conundrum for myself, because how will I get out if I don't use the airlock to disconnect this? I have a really dumb idea. I have a really, really dumb idea. Yep, okay. Go, go, gadget. Dumb idea. Okay. Oh, I can't do it there. Shoot. I could go over the top, but then I can't get... Yes, I can. Okay. This is fine. We're just doing this so we don't have to use a script. That's all. Okay. So we'll let that get hooked up for a minute there. I'm going to see. Make sure. Yep, I see you doing stuff there. I see you doing stuff. You can just turn yourself off. I don't want you doing nothing. I want you... depressurize on. Oh, so I had one on off and one on, and so it was just cycling air. That one was pressurizing and this one was depressurizing. That's real good. So we are depressurized now. Okay. I want you just off. I don't want you to do nothing. And you will pressurize when it is time. So you can turn on, and I'm going to set... Okay. Ready? There we go. Let's go to like 20%. Wow, that was awfully exact. Yeah, okay. Let's go a little bit more. I want to be able to see an indicator here. Oh, okay. Good enough. That's bright. Okay, so now we're going to break this so that the only way in or out is through the vents. Okay. Then we're going to pressurize the room. The outer door is closed. Pressurize the room. Okay. We are fully... We want you to be on depressurize off. So you're just good. Alright, this door is off. This door is on and open. And our light is messed up, but it'll hopefully correct itself. So, we are going to say, we're going to close this door. This should depressurize. You are... Yeah, okay, that's fine. And then... let's just do it. Huh. Well, I was not expecting that to happen. Well, that's a success. That's a success right there. Huh, let's do it again. So we come in, close the door, air goes out. Out we go. I did not need nearly as much air in that tank, but that's okay. We go back in. Door close. Air in. Door open. Colors change. Wait, colors do change correctly, right? We're green. We close. We're yellow. We're red. Doors close. Yellow. Green. Oh. Yes. Yes. Man, I could probably retire this entire world now after that. I think we did it. I think we've made the perfect space station if you don't look at most of it. I want one of these things here for like right here. How do I want this? I want this to somehow look like a thing right here. I guess right there. That looks good. Alright, yeah, let's make some, let's do some coloring of things. No, I don't like that like that. Let's make that the red color. Let's make these things the blue color. Oh, that's way too dark. I don't like that. Kind of like this lighter blue. But let's make it... Yeah, that's a little bit better. I think it needs to be a little bit more. Let's do it. Yeah, I like that. That's good. Let me recolor all these things. I think that looks better. I would rather sit at a nice pale blue desk than, yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Recolor these things too. Okay. Alright then, so that's done. And now it occurs to me that I did want to rip out the floor first and correct some of this other stuff, and, I'm thinking I'm not gonna. Because I've got the weird interior and then armor block, and I meant to do all the floor... This thing fixed. Let's see. We could depressurize the whole place and do it. Actually, we could just do that. We could just turn all this stuff off and do that, huh? Let's just do that. You off. You depressurize. Okay. Now I can fix the floors. Let's see. What do I even want to do with these floors? So we've got these floor whatnots here. Let's keep with the white for now. So I'm thinking We've got this design. This probably should have been the floor. Is there one that doesn't have the... Oh yeah, there we go. This should probably be the floor, like, right here. Alright, let's get rid of that. Gonna get rid of these. Hopefully I don't split the station in half doing this. I'm gonna keep the armor that's around the edge, but get rid of these. You're still attached there, that's good. Okay. So I'm thinking, probably gonna get rid of this command seat for a minute here. Is there anything underneath here that's gonna fall off if I take out? No. Okay, good. So I could take out most of this floor here and redo this. 2 blocks facing different directions. I didn't see that. You know, there's supposed to be like a whole nother layer to the bottom of this, because it's the bottom of the station is supposed to go down to here. So they'll be covered. I don't know that I'll ever get around to that, but we're going to pretend. Alright, let's get rid of
Energy low.
pretty much this whole middle section here. Uh-oh. There we go. Hopefully it won't take that. It's taking it. No, it didn't. That color. That color. There we go. Hey, Kaz. Glad you made it. Welcome to the stream. Oh, I have been leaning forward in anticipation of that airlock this whole time. I just realized how bad my posture was. Okay, so. I need to get rid of this block as well. Alright, I think I'm going to keep the rest of this back here as is. This thing, it doesn't have like a... It just got the curve, right? It doesn't have like a T or anything in the... No, it doesn't. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I want to go like... oh, wait a minute, hold on. What are these other ones here? That looks like that. That's the big one. Okay, so I want... Is there a... There's that. Okay, so I'm going to go like this, and then... This is going to be fun to do. I'm going to go like that. Where's the line? Oops. There we go, so go around that way. Now I'm sideways. Then I think I might... I think I might end the line there. Like that. And I might do a... something that looks like this all the way around. It's got like a little... Yeah, this thing. I might do that around. How big is the big floor? So I guess I have to really decide on where the center is, huh? Because that would determine this part. Yeah, we're going to have to fill this place up with some more of those scientific blocks, too. To fill the space. I guess I'm going to put this here. To match where the seat was. But I'm really feeling like it's got to be here now. And we're going to move those other seats over by one. Shift them over. I think it's got to be here. Yeah, I think so. That's where we're going to put the big one. Because then my command seat will be here. And then we're just going to fill in around all of this with fun decor. I want that to weld in first so I can see what we're dealing with here. But we could do like a... Let's see, we could do this and do a... what other shapes we got in here? So we got that. We got that. Let's see. That's gonna look weird. What does this thing look like on the other side? Just plain? Yeah, I may want to flip this over. I don't think working with these little lines on it is gonna work for me. But I think we're gonna go... What's this? Okay, wait, what's on this one? That one's got that. Floor passage versus floor edge. Okay, I see. I see. Yeah, I want to keep the... passage because I'm kind of doing a thing like this. And then... Oh, wait, what do you got going on here? I guess we go... Okay. Get rid of you. Bring you back. Do... this. There. Alright, so that'll go around. I'll flip this one over. Alright, last call for anybody who thinks it should be here instead of here. Everything is telling me it should be here, even though here is technically the center of the room. This is like the center of the windows. I'm going with it. And then what are we going to do around this? Because this is like the outer edge. I could pull it back one, actually. Then this could have continued along there. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. The seat doesn't necessarily have to be in the middle of that section, but it also doesn't have to be that far forward either, so I think this will be okay. Where's the... There it is. There we go. And where's my big floor? Right there. Then I'm thinking, what am I going to do on this weird side here? Should I just do like a... Just do more plain floor? Oh, you know what I could do? Oh, there's some cool... Oh, that's got some cool little details on it there. Oh, okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. And then... come on. You got to have a... It's got to be one of these that's just the... What's the difference between that and that? Slightly different coloring on the detail? There we go. That's what I want. Nope. Went the wrong way. Went the wrong way again. Not the best, but I think that's okay. It's a weird setup. It's a weird setup. Now I'm thinking I kind of don't like that, but I'm going to just not look at it. What would this look like in blue like this? I don't like that. What about a darker... Ooh, what did I use this color for? Kind of like that. Kind of looks like... I know some of you have seen Deep Space Nine. I don't know if you ever paid attention to the details, but like the Defiant has like a rug on the bridge that's like this color. Kind of like that. This just looks awkward, like this. But, don't care. I don't care. I don't care, but I'm going to use this. Oh, that just kind of calls out the fact that it's a weird off-center area. Star Wars and Star Trek are actually two different things, just so you know. In case you're not familiar. Maybe if I just leave it like that and keep this as like a... Maybe that we're kind of calling out that this is a separate area than that. You know what? I don't care. It's fine. I was going to watch Andor, but I'm not a huge fan of TV shows about logic gates, so... I need to do something in that. Oh, you know what? Let's do... what the heck was the latest... Where's the contact? No, it's not contact. What's our fieldwork? Where's fieldwork? Here we go. Okay. That Andor joke was a... That was a joke, by the way. Are these in a group? I wish there was a way to like hover on something and figure out what group it was actually in. Maybe there isn't a... Okay, well we definitely need lab experiments. I'm just going to put all these in the thing here until I... Let's see. Yeah, we need the desk, probably. Chairless desk, maybe? Don't think we need the corner one, but we'll see. Microscope, sink, and... cabinet? I guess they all kind of fit on the same... Oh, and then the freezer. Yeah, they all fit on the toolbar, so let's just do that. Okay, let's see. I haven't even really looked at these up close yet. But I know enough to know that that is not the right way. Okay, so we got cabinets. Let's see, we could do cabinets under these pipes to kind of make them a little, or maybe not all cabinets, but we could do like a cabinet and a... that's the cabinet. Oh, a freezer and cabinet. Yeah, we could do like a freezer and a cabinet back here. Let's try... Let's see about that. Then... Let's see. We can put something short in front of this window. Oh, that's a sink. I want to put a sink in front of the window. The microscope desk. See, now, if I had a desk with a chair, I would want it against the window so that I could see stuff, you know? But... I think I don't want to put something in front of the window. I might put... yeah, we should definitely put something... Ooh, which experiment is this? Ooh, that looks very cool. If that wouldn't block... If that didn't block literally everything... Wait, what does this look like? Is this the one that has, like, the electricity in it and stuff? Put it like right there. Boom. It'll do stuff maybe. Let's see what that looks like right there. Because then there's the other experiment. There's the... This... Oh, there we go. Which... Whoa, ooh, that looks really cool. Uh-oh. What does this thing actually need that I don't have? Superconductor... Wait a minute. What am I actually missing here? Oh, reactor components. Oh, I haven't built reactor components before. I think I got the... I think I can, though, right? Reactor component needs silver. Oh, do I have any silver left? Oh, I got a little bit of silver left. Oh, we only got 400 platinum out of all that platinum. I'm never going to use it. Alright, make me one. How many do I need?
Energy low.
I need 2. Yeah, that's fine. Make me those. Let's make this thing red. What's the other stuff I've been putting in? It's white. Let's make it blue. 2. Come on, back it up. Alright, I want to put something right there. We're not building those things, are we? Because I don't have gravel up here? Boy, where do I have a lot of gravel? Do I have gravel on the... I got gravel on the other ship. Oh, wrong door. Thank you. Forgot that I turned that off. We are airtight. Oh, we're not airtight in there anymore. Shoot. It'll still work. Alright. I think we are airtight in there now, so I could go ahead and... Oh, I hope I can pull the gravel through here. Oh, no, I can't, because it's on the outside. It's in, Oh, where did I put the... Where did I bury the DNS... Here we go, these things. Give me, like, I don't know, 50. I don't need a whole lot of gravel. That was for growing stuff. The cabinet's on its side. Which one of you was saying earlier that there's no up in space? Okay. I should depressurize off. There we go. How much did we just suck out of here? Not bad. Okay. All right. Remind me not to tear through the floor anymore, so. Okay, the cabinet's on its side. Yeah, it is. Okay, that makes sense. So, where is the cabinet? Okay, so you're saying you would like to see it this way, is what you're saying. I'm okay with that. Alright. I didn't put the gravel anywhere. So that's thing 1. Okay. Sprite. Yes, this looks like exactly the kind of thing that you'd want unprotected, that you could just fly up into. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, that serves a purpose. We're not going to say what the purpose is, but that serves a purpose. What are these other crazy experiments we've got? So we've got whatever this is. What do we got? Like just like a person floating in here or something? What is this lab experiment? Then we got this thing. Let me just put this down. What does this do? It's just tubes, huh? More tubes. Okay. Yeah, we could put that right there next to the other tubes. I was kind of thinking that this would make sense to have like a lab station or something next to it. not a sink. But now I'm thinking about it. Maybe this would look better right there. Right next to the other thing. So you can go away. I don't need you anymore. And then I would like to see the other experiment. I'm going to go in here for a minute and put it in here, like here, and see what this thing looks like. Is it upside down? I actually don't know. I don't think so. I think, based on the picture, that this is the right way. Oh, wait a minute. Where's the emissive? Is there an emissive? No, it's upside down. Definitely upside down. Can you make something be in here? Hello, One Down. How you doing? Is it possible to make things appear in these? Or not? Is this the right way now? I don't actually know that I want to just have a gigantic empty tank, so we're not going to put you down. I do need to put something in this room, though, I think. Maybe it would make sense to just kind of have a couple of things along the wall in here, in the ring room. Let's see, there was a corner piece here. But yeah, maybe we'll just put a little bit of lab stuff in the room with the ring. No big deal. You ring up, you do some lab work. You know, maybe this is like the reception area. Didn't I say at some point that there should be like a reception area? Right when you ring in? Then you just got the welcome sign, and then you ring up, and then they're just like, oh yeah, hey, welcome to the place. Come on in. It's actually kind of a funny idea. I'm just going to put it... I'm going to put it right there. And then what else we got? Chairless lab desk. That's what I just put. And the microscope lab desk. Let's put that right there. And the chairless lab desk we'll put there. And then, do we feel like we need a sink in this room? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. I do think I need to, now that the sun has moved to a different direction, I think I need to start putting some lights in. Yeah, do we need a sink? Are we going to be messy? I don't think I'm going to put a sink in. I could have put a reception desk like right here. That actually would have been pretty funny. You could put it right there. You come in, you got to talk to reception. Either way, like it could just be in this corner. I could make a corner desk. Not this corner desk, but a corner desk right here. And you come in and you got to check in with the receptionist. Yeah. Okay, well anyway. I think this is looking good. Looking good enough. I was going to move those over, but now I'm thinking instead of doing that, we're going to take the one with the chair. Get rid of that. And just put another chair one in there, and then it'll be symmetrical and it won't bother me. What should we put over this? What should we put on? I could put an armor panel on it or something, or... what would be a good thing to just put in front of it? Cargo terminal? No, we wouldn't need that because it's just connected to this. Exhaust cap? That would actually be kind of funny since it's on the back of the... It's on the back of the airlock. And we could just make it like look like it's exhausting all the time. It does fit really well. That's pretty cool. I assume that's the point, is that it fits really well. Yep, and I can no longer move. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see what we could do here. Who says it has to be turned off though? Because we could. Here, let me sit down for a second here. Boy, I have to rename all this stuff. What did we put down? Alright. Car smoke. I just want smoke white. But I want it determines how much... Oh. Well, okay, never mind. The effect might be a little bit big. Yeah, there was a small version of that, right? Yeah, this looks very healthy. Now we're getting some real, like, Babylon 5, what was the, you know, the outer ring where all the poor people live? We're just pumping smoke into the bridge all the time. Yeah, I don't like this, but I do have a new idea. It was fun to play with. Get rid of you. And find me... what are those? So we've got the conveyor caps. What about the... I have all these signs. One of these surely will cover the... will cover it, right? Oh, do we have one that, one that works for, like, a airlock? Yeah, warning airlock. Let's throw you on something. Construction, atmosphere, just general caution, medical. Yeah, okay. Nose. I should have just left that mod out of there. Alright. There's also the... Oh yeah, that's actually kind of a cool idea. To have it, like, every so often just go like, psst, and just like shoot a little mist, so like, the person sitting right here just has like a really moist neck all the time, you know? So like nobody wants to sit in this chair that's like, you know, you pull the short straw for duty that week, you know? What was I doing? What are those things called? They're like the caps, but they like they're called like access? Yeah, these things, access panels. There's one of these, let's see, that one opens. They all open, don't they? Does one of these look like it will cover this in a reasonable manner? Yeah, it doesn't have to fully cover it. Not that one. I mean, that one will just fully cover it. Yeah, you know, let's just do that. Oh, I'm sorry, is moist a forbidden word around here? Can I make a... Oh, I should probably eat something. Do I need to go out to the ship? I should probably bring all that food down in here, right? Because it's all in the... It's all in the ship up there. Let me go and get some food. God, that works so well. Yeah, where's the... In the spot that I can... Oh, no, wait, it's down... I always do this. It's in the... Yeah, let's leave that there. We've got water and food down there. I didn't need to come up here. Maybe I should just put some in the seat. In the control seat. Okay. Water. Give me the P2. Just give me all of it. Give me the organics. Just give me everything. Okay. We're going to sit here. We're going to name this seat to be a noms seat. And while I'm nomsing here, I'm going to look for other things to rename. What time we got here? Okay. And I do not need to see you anywhere. This air vent, I do not need to see. Console LCD, 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 LCD. And you can all just get the heck out of there. Sure. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. I'm going to leave that 2 there because it makes it seem like this is experiment A2. So you can turn off some of these, huh? The experiments, you can turn them off. Lab, oxygen tank. We're going to just, for clarity, rename this to oxygen tank airlock. And you can go away. And I think that's probably enough for now. Alright. This place is already looking a lot better than before. Why don't I have anything right there? Maybe this is where we put the sink, you know? Just to, in case something happens while you're on the bridge, we can put the sink there. Yeah, we're not going to do that. The bridge console... Yeah, maybe I will put the buttons here, just to have a set of buttons in case we need a set of buttons. You know? You never know when you might need a set of buttons for things. Put some buttons there. Okay. Emergency eye wash station. Well, these guys are popping in like crazy again, aren't they? Yeah, it's feeling a lot better than when we started. That's for sure. All right, can I build gravity components? I would like to build a grav gen on here. Why am I going there? What do I need for gravity components? Cobalt, gold. I probably have all that. Yes, okay. Make me 1 gravity component. Okay. Yeah, we were talking about that at the very beginning. I don't have MES on. MES has been gone for a long time, but from what I've read, just having had it sometimes causes this problem. So yeah, everybody is spawning in, and then they're not moving or doing anything, so they never despawn. So I already went through once and just deleted everybody, so I'm just gonna have to kind of deal with it. We don't have a bathroom up here. Wonder if we should have a bathroom when you first come in. You know? I don't really have a space for a bathroom in this room. Where could we put a bathroom? If I wanted a bathroom, where would we put it? Could be like right there. Is it weird having a bathroom? I mean, honestly, if I was designing like a ship like a station that was just me, and I wasn't trying to pretend like multiple people would be on this station, I would just put a bathroom, like in real life, I would just put a bathroom like right here on the bridge. Even though like if I was like on screen with you know, with like some Ferengi or whatever, they would just clearly see a bathroom like right behind me. You know? That's okay. I don't care. Alright, let's talk about putting a grav gen outside. So I'm wondering, since it's pretty clear, MES has been gone a long time from my world, but it's pretty clear that it's still something residual in the world is still messing with things. And I do wonder if that's what has stopped the Factorum from spawning as well. Even though MES is not supposed to have anything to do with it. If still something was borked. Because MES was running at the time that the Contact update came out. So MES was on when the Factorum were added into the world, and I'm assuming that interaction is what broke the world, so. The conference toilet. I don't have, like, a ready room. That's a good point. Maybe I should have, like, just, like, sliced off a corner here or something and made, like, a side room or something. That might have been better than just having a big ol' room here. We could think about that for a future update. I do want to see if I can make a grav gen out here. And I'm floating to the planet. That looks cool from the bottom. I like that. Let's see. I guess we will put it... Where's roughly the middle? I guess the middle is like probably right around here. Let's do that. Let's see if it can make it. It'll take a minute for it to make all the... How many gravity components are we going to need? 6? Yeah, it'll take it a minute to do that. But that's okay. I'm going to get back up in here so that when it kicks on, I could hit the ceiling. Alright. So now we're waiting for the grav gen to kick in. So that's the last thing that I'm going to do today. So while I'm waiting for this to finish being built, I'm going to talk about, again, as I started at the very beginning of the stream, talk about what's coming up. So tomorrow, Pat and I are going to try and get back into Elder Scrolls Online, which we took a more than a year-long break from, and I have no idea. I haven't even logged in yet, so I don't even remember where we were. I think we were... There we go. Now the grav gen works. I think we were in Skyrim. I know we had spent a long time in Morrowind, and I think we left off in Skyrim, so I honestly have no idea what we were doing. I think we were killing mud crabs or something. So we're going to try that tomorrow. And then Sunday, I'm very excited because we are starting a new Space Engineers series, which was supposed to be last weekend, but right as we were trying to get into it, there was a network issue at the data center where the server is, and we could not access it. And so we had to abruptly change gears and do something else. But Designated Survivors is the name of the series, and the goal is me and 2 of my friends who have basically never played Space Engineers are going to be doing the classic survival scenario where we pop our clones out of a drop pod and do whatever. So I have no real goal other than I want to fight Factorum at some point, so we will have to build a lot of large, heavily armed ships. And they definitely want to do some piracy, so we're going to be probably poking a lot of these cargo ships, which should hopefully be working. I did confirm that in the new server that we'll all be playing on, Factorum are spawning. Like, things are working correctly, unlike in this world. So, as I said in the beginning, this is not a community server. This is for me and my friends to do a series on, but it is kind of a test bed for what could a community server look like in the future. So that's where I'm at with that. So I'm very excited. Oh yeah, I know about the cargo ships. We're not gonna like hydroman them or something, but they are not something that I have attempted to attack yet. But I plan to treat them just like MES cargo ships, which would rip my face off most of the time. I need to get This will be fun to do. Hold on. GravGen. I want to see gravity range. And I want to show on HUD. And I want the field height to be probably about that high. Field depth to be... we can probably go to there. And the field width, I'm just kind of guessing that's like the edge there. That's probably good enough. Let's see. Oh, one key detail is that the gravity is going the wrong way. I'm gonna actually do like 0.7 G. We'll save ourselves a little space, or save ourselves a little power. There we go. And we'll still have it. It'll kind of feel like we're in space a little, because we could kind of hop around. And when I'm underneath the ship, there's a chance that I will just fall to the planet. So that's fun. If I'm not paying attention, it'll just kind of launch me to the planet. GravGen. And we don't see it. Okay. That is good. So now I can open my visor. I can walk around and not have to use my jetpack all the time. There we go. Although it has been nice getting to use the jetpack, because I haven't been able to use it on the planet. As you know, this is a no jetpack survival series in which I am currently able to use the jetpack. So, I think we need to put something right here. We need to put something right here. I'm going to have to think about that. I could put screens here, like clear LCD screens or something. I just feel like something needs to be... There needs to be a purpose for this delineation here. I know I said I was going to end the stream, but now I'm trying to decide. Oh, I just had a thought about these lab doors. We could slap those up against this opening and then go in and out of here with it. Right? Or would that be weird because they're like half doors? That might be weird. Yeah, it's probably weird because they're like half. Which way do they go? The door is on that side. Yeah, it's weird because they're like half doors. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to bother with it. Yeah, what am I going to put? I put right there. I mean, I could just do like railing or something, but that just seems weird. I did not want that button. What could we put? Let's look at decorative blocks real quick and just see if anything... we could put some cargo down just to have something sitting there. I forgot about the original lab equipment. Could have put some of that down. Oh, that's the group that they're in. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, we could put some freight down there. That'd be kind of weird to have freight there, but... we don't have an aquarium on board yet. I think we're going to have to do one of those. Yeah, we might have to just put... Maybe I'll just put some crates down or something. We could put some dead engineers down. Have a good night, Ajir. I'm going to end the stream in a few minutes anyway. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, maybe we could just do like something fancy with the trusses. No, that sounds like a bad idea, actually. I want to put something there, but I don't want to make it look like I've put something. Like, I want there to be like a... I mean, you know what I could do is maybe have just like a... I mean, I could do like another row of... Do I still have those in here or no? Like, imagine this is the oh, here's the button console. That one. Like, I could do like another row of consoles right here. Then I would just have like a... Yeah, there would be like a... Yeah, I kind of like that idea, actually. Then it does completely cover up this detail that I put there. But... Yeah, I kind of like that idea. Now, I'll think about it. Oh, you know what I could do? I could do a... Hang on. We could do a... Maybe not a chaired one. Another button count? What if I did it this way? Yeah, I think that looks good. Okay, and then we'll do some corners on the edges. And then there. Just to have something there to kind of make it seem like this area has a purpose. Yeah, and I don't really care if there's a Mystic Technologies now, huh? I don't really care if there's like nothing on the backside of it. Cool. Alright, let me rename those real quick and get them out of here. Oh, the other things don't show up. They don't have a console module buttons. 2, gone. Should still not be on. Okay. I'm going to go real quick before I sign off. I'm going to go down to the planet and check on Marcus's ship that was building. I was going to put lights in here. Remind me to put lights in here next time. Nighttime. Good. Let's see how the ship is looking, and then we'll call it a day. Alright, looks like it is built up nicely. So, cool. So next time, we will try to fly this. I'm going to go to sleep up on the station so that I start up there. It's nice having the rings. Next time, we will come back down. Well, we'll get some lights up on the station, and then we'll come down and get this thing ready for a trip up to the station. Welcome. We'll get ready for a trip up to the station, and then, I don't know, we'll go from there. If we can make a successful launch with some materials from the planet, then I will call it a successful endeavor. So, alright, I'm going to hop in my goo tube, and I will see you all. If I don't see you tomorrow for Elder Scrolls, I hope you will try to join on Sunday for Designated Survivors, and hopefully we don't have a fiasco and it will be super fun. And appreciate y'all hanging out. If you haven't liked the video, please consider liking it, and if you would like to get notified when I go live, please consider subscribing. That is all. Have a good one.